I did a video the other day about mediums, deeps, and nukes. And I mentioned that we buy the deeps and cut the bottom 3 inches off to make a medium. And with the drop, we make my bottom boards. Bottom boards are expensive if you haven't noticed. Man like better be lids, and bottoms are some of the more expensive parts. So I'm not doing a big deal about this because everybody's got their woodworking techniques. However, this is my bottom board. Basically, this is the drop from the deep. So a deep is 9 5/8. This is 3 inches. It drops. So I use it as a shim. And if I don't want to use it as a shim, if I already have enough bottoms, which you almost never have enough bottoms, you can make a screen bottom. I'm sure you can make a solid bottom as well. But you just route out the bottom to that B space. You route out the bottom to the B space and put in your number 8 screen and route whatever type of entrance that you want. This particular bottom, whoo, I've been using as a shim. However, let's see. This is a double because there's an entrance here. You can see it's been routed for an entrance and then an entrance on the other side. That way I can use this for a double nuke, 5 and 5 on each side. This piece here is so that the screen doesn't bow, especially when I'm putting down the divider. If you're not using it for that purpose, you can open it to one entrance. This is one that's been routed to just one entrance. It is not the traditional side-to-side entrance. It is a smaller entrance because I've come to the conclusion that, especially with the way pests are working in this climate change era, the smaller the entrance, the less they have to defend. And a pollen trap will work just as well on a busy hive. She just had green pollen. So it's a smaller entrance. Some of the first ones we did were just a traditional wide opening. Side to side, almost the whole entrance is, the full length of the box. But again, at any time that there's robbing ensuing or anything, I have less to close off. It's easier to reduce. It's already reduced. We don't need the big wide opening. And with the bottom screen, it's already got some ventilation. A lot of people are not fully on board with ventilation, but screen bottoms, I'm kind of vacillate both ways anymore. You have to try it in your area and decide what's best for you. So yeah, you can see that it is routed right there. Routed, and then just the screen stapled in. Come on. If I'm making a four-way nuke, 2 frames each, then there's an entrance on every side, and they're much smaller. It's small enough so that a disc can close it. It makes it much easier. 2-frame nuke does not need a wide open entrance. And even here, these 5 frames could actually be half of what that is. The less they have to defend, the better off they are. Again, I buy a deep, all my bottoms are 3-inch drops. If it doesn't become a bottom, then it becomes a shim. The shim will work for feeding. It will work for ventilation, just to keep the heat off the top of the girls, because I get 100-degree weather. And I've also done some comb honey, wild comb honey on top of it. So I hope that answers your questions about my bottoms. And if you have questions, leave them in the comments, and I'll see what I can do. But like I said, to each his own is in his woodworking shop. Figure it out, and that's the way we save a little bit of money. It takes a little more time, but the bottoms are expensive. Until next time, peace, bruh. There's so much.